welcome to Working On It. I'm Dr. A, and I'm a clinical psychologist aiming to make your life just a bit more manageable. Remember, the tools and the tidbits that you pick up on this channel are purely educational. They can't replace therapy, but with some practice, they can help you along in your daily life. So let's get started. Today, we'll be working on how to fall asleep faster. I'll give you 3 ways to do it and one very practical exercise that you can practice. Insomnia is almost an epidemic, if not already, meaning we're all having trouble going to sleep or staying asleep. And this tool that I'm going to teach you is actually, again, just like the last video, for kids, adolescents, and adults. It's for every age. The first thing we have to know is that we should be falling asleep about within 20 minutes. It's not instant when your head hits the pillow. Maybe if you've had a really tough day, that happens. But within 20 minutes, you should be drifting off to sleep. If you don't, I don't want you to pick up your phone or your laptop. We all know blue light isn't really good for you, especially if you're trying to wind down. But I do want you to time out that if you've been tossing and turning and you know it's been more than 20 minutes, then I want you to actually get up out of bed and go do something until you get tired. Now that something has to be not having to do with screens. No laptop, no phone, no TV, like I said before. But maybe have some exercises or some activities ready for you already, knowing that maybe you won't be able to fall asleep. So this could be printed out word searches, crossword puzzles, reading, looking at a magazine, just getting a drink of water and doing a lap around your house. Anything until you get tired, then you get back in bed and try it again. Why? Why don't we want to just lay there and toss and turn until it's 2 a.m? Because our mind pretty quickly makes associations between things. So if you're in bed for a while and you're getting more and more worked up, more and more upset, more and more anxious that you're not going to sleep, and doing that thing we all do, which is I have 5 hours and 62 seconds until I have to get up if I fall asleep right now, right? It makes us anxious. So the next day when you go to that bed, guess what? Your mind will remember how stressful that was, and now you're gonna have an even tougher time falling asleep. So if you don't fall asleep within about 20 minutes, get up, go do something, have activities ready for yourself, and then try again. That way, you're not making that really negative, stressful association between your bed and falling asleep. Next, remember, just like I said in the last video, we are creatures of habit. We like routine, we like habit. So it would be really helpful, even though it's a little bit annoying to keep track of, to go to bed around the same time and wake up around the same time. Yes, even on weekends. I know what you're thinking. So even if that's late, that's okay. If you're saying, all right, I know I won't be tired till 12, okay, then go to sleep at 12, and whatever time you wake up, try to go to sleep and wake up around that time on Saturdays and Sundays as well. Again, we're creatures of habit. Now it's time that we know those 2 first steps. It's time for the actual activity that I want you to practice with. Why can't we fall asleep most of the time? It's because our mind is reviewing the day. Our mind is telling us everything that's wrong in our lives. Sometimes our mind is being creative, and a lot of times our mind is planning for the next day. What we'll eat, who we'll see, what we'll say, am I done with that deadline or presentation that I have for work or school? How can we fall asleep if our mind is problem solving and the whole factory is just turned all the way up and working at full blast? So we need to do something that will essentially bore our mind to sleep. We need to fill it with so much junk that our mind's like, well, you keep doing that, see you later. And this exercise is called serial 5s or serial 7s. I like to do 5, some people like to do 7. What you do is you take a poem or a song that you by heart know every single word to. You don't have to think about it, it doesn't have to be effortful. And you say each word 5 times all the way through, or each word 7 times all the way through. So I like to do it with the Pledge of Allegiance. So I would go, I, pledge, 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 allegiance, 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 and so on and so forth with the rest of it. And if I happen to get to the end, I start again. What I'm doing is, instead of allowing my mind to be like a motor problem solving, I'm literally boring it so much and filling it with so much junk food that it just sort of shuts off and goes to sleep. Give it a try. See which one you like. Do you like the 5s more? Do you like the 7s more? And what song or poem are you going to do it with that you know by heart? Let's see. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And in the next video, we'll be working on how to escape our stress, how to escape our life when we want to just a little bit get away from everything. How do we be exactly where we are, but escape in our minds? We've been working on soothing our stress or distracting ourselves from our stress. This is full escape, and I'm gonna tell you how. So come back and check it out. Remember that the things that we learn, the time that we spend together learning and mulling over new tools is much more well spent if we practice it afterwards. It's nice to watch this video, but give it a try when you go to sleep and let me know in the comments below. Did it work for you? Did it not work on the first day, but it did on the third day? And what kind of activities do you do when you can't fall asleep and you get up? Share it with the community and people might be helped out by your suggestions. So practice, practice, practice. Come back and see me next week. You got this. Good luck falling asleep. See you next time.